Hey there guys, if you just watched my video on how to make a duct tape ninja star on the channel, I've been working with it for the past hour or so since I posted that video, and I've actually come up with a completely different way of making it, so I'm pretty much just wanted to show that to you in a separate video. So this method pretty much only uses these two strips here, and it doesn't involve any tucking, so you won't have to tuck different pieces of the star into itself at all. This method will make the star a lot thinner, so if you're trying to throw it or something, it might not work out as well as the other one because it won't be as thick. It probably won't have as much weight to it. So just take that into consideration. So this method doesn't quite replace the one I just showed you. It's more or less just a different way of doing it. So let's get started here on the first step. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut out two strips of tape that are 8 inches long, and I'm using the spotted leopard here because, honestly, what could be cooler than a spotted leopard ninja star? That's way up there on the list of cool stuff. So let's move this over here, and then we will get started here. So you're going to take these as your normal strips for the other part, like I just showed you. You're going to take this piece up here, line up the edge on the end here, and then just crease that down like this. So just like that. So you got that piece. Then you're going to fold this end to the edge here and stick it down. Now remember, you are working with the sticky part of the tape now on top of itself, so definitely try not to mess up because chances are you're probably not going to be able to rip it back off again if you do mess up. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I put this piece here, and we're going to make this the exact opposite of that piece over there. So we're going to fold this up like this and stick that down. And then obviously we will fold this piece over just like this and stick that down. There we go. Now we'll move on to our second step. Alright, the second round of folding, just like the other video I showed you, we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold it so it makes a bigger triangle here. So, and to make sure this lines up, you can probably flip it over like this and then just stick it down, and then that'll make your perfect triangle. So you got that side there. Make it a few little wrinkles, but that's okay just because you're working with a lot of sticky parts of the tape here. So you're going to flip this over, and to do that we can make this one like this. So flip that over and stick it down just like that. Yeah, that spotted leopard looks really cool for this, so hopefully that'll work out nice. So we got that one stuck like that. We're going to do exactly the same thing on this one over here. So let's take this one, put it like this, make sure that's lined up, try not to get too many wrinkles here, and then obviously this piece right here, and stick that down. There we go. So now we have our two pieces. Now let's start making the ninja star. Alright, so now we take our two pieces here. I took this one, flipped it over like this, and then we have our one right here, which makes it look kind of like a funky star. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing here for our next step. Now, like I said before, there aren't any places to tuck the star into itself because obviously, we didn't make a whole bunch of folds here. We just made two pieces of tape and stuck them together on top of each other. So you're pretty much going to have to hold them as you make it, and then we'll basically just take a square piece of tape and stick it right in the middle at the end. So let's take our top piece here, fold into a triangle so it lines up with the corner over here. Do the same exact thing with this piece over here with the bottom one. Now, like I said, just like the last video, you're going to flip the whole thing over. Now, I'm still holding those two on the bottom there, so definitely make sure you don't let go. Otherwise, you'll completely confuse yourself because it's probably just going to pop open on you. And if you have a little bit of the sticky side showing, that's fine. You can actually kind of use that to your advantage, to stick that down, because now I don't have to hold that piece. So don't worry about that, because that'll all be covered up if there's any left. Now we have our fourth and final piece here. And we're just going to kind of maneuver that around. Make sure that's lined up on the top, so that makes a good point. And then stick it down. There's a little bit of sticky side showing there as well, so I can use that to my advantage. So that's how to make your ninja star. Now basically what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a small square. As you can see, there's a square in the middle there, and I'm just going to stick that on this side as well as the other side, and then that'll keep it from going anywhere. So for the two squares, I'm actually going to turn to the zigzag zebra, and I'm going to stick a little bit of that on here just to make it look hopefully a little bit cooler. Kind of like almost like an animal themed ninja star, but hey, I guess that works. So I'll put this over here, and this will obviously prevent it from sticking up at all, and it won't be able to pop open because you'll have all 4 of these areas stuck down, and it's not going to go anywhere. So that's how to make a totally different method of making a ninja star. It is obviously a lot thinner because you don't have like all those things you're tucking into each other. You do have these little areas that will stick up though, like this, because obviously those aren't being tucked in, they aren't sealed down. So you can take a few strips, small strips, and just wrap it around and cover those up just so that they don't looks a little more uniform. But it's completely up to you. Totally different way of making it. It's probably a little bit easier, so if you guys are having a lot of trouble with folding it and tucking it in, you can use this method. So it's probably a lot faster to do as well. So that's how to make the second method on how to make a duct tape ninja star. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of complimentary tutorial that I kind of just thought up like in an hour or so since I posted the last video. So take care. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Have fun making this second version of a duct tape ninja star.